What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, another week has passed, and so it's my second week of the challenge. Right now, the unofficial Justin Mueller challenge, where I can only take trades with one micro lot, and only take 5 trades a week, and yeah. Anyway, so far I'm loving the challenge because I've learned a lot actually. And one thing I've learned from this is actually like the third or fourth time this has happened. But one thing I know for sure now is that I can lose seven trades out of 10 and still come out profitable. And so this video I'm thinking about making some kind of a weekly recap and possibly a weekly outlook. Don't take any of the outlook things seriously because I'm still learning. So yeah, just do a weekly recap, and we're gonna have fun and talk about trading. So the first week of the challenge, I had 5 stop outs. Actually, 4 stop outs and one I closed myself, the USD CHF one. And I went over these in the last video, I think, so I'm just gonna focus on these. And the main point out of this video is that you can see my track record right here. With this Euro JPY win, I got a little bit under 1 to 3 out of this trade. Let's take a look at this. Because the entry, so this is the, yeah, I closed right after price fell under this support line, and this was about 1 to 2. So I closed somewhere around there, and that's like, yeah, let's say 2.5. So let's remedy this error over here. 2.5. Damn it, my keyboard. The number 2 on my keyboard is every time I press it, it comes loose. So I have to touch it multiple times for it to go back. So 1 to 2.5. It was a 1 to 5 at some point. When you look at this, it was a 1 to 5. Almost. Yep, 1 to 5. So this could have been a 1 to 5 trade, but yeah, looks like it would have worked out anyways. So right now it would be at 1 to 5, 1 to 6 already, almost. Right now it would be 1 to 5, but it would have been 1 to 6 at some point. Yeah, but I closed that one out. This is a 50-50 chance that this, I had, when price went over to 1 to 2, I had my stop loss set to break even. So depending on the spread, I'm not sure that, I don't know, could have been really close, but could have also hit my, break even stop. So yeah, that's that. So this was a 1 to 2.5, and this gold trade. I snagged just under 1 to 1, I think. I don't think I have it on my charts anymore. I think I deleted it. Yeah. But this was essentially, I think I entered somewhere around here. The stop was below here. The target was way up, but I got out over here somewhere. Somewhere over here. So it was, let's call it a 1-to-1. So these two trades gave me 2.5 and 1. So let's say for the simplicity of the calculations, each of these trades, the risk was 1 unit of risk, right? So these trades, the losing trades, resulted in 7 units of risk, right? Whether it's 0.5%, 1%, 2%, that doesn't matter. Shut up already. The losing trades represent 7 units of risk, right? And the winning trades, this Euro JPY got me 2.1, 2.5. This gave me 1, so that's 3.5. And this gave me 1 to 5.8. So let's say 5.5 for the simplicity of it. So these gave me 3.5, and this gave me a 5.5. So this the amount of risk. What's the correct language I'm trying to say here? So the 3 winning trades would have given me over, so 3.5 plus 5.5, that's 9, right? That's 9, yeah. So that would have resulted me in 2 units of risk in profit. So let's say each of these trades is 1%, so that would have been, I still would have made 2% in these 2 weeks, right? Losing trades gave me 7% in drawdown, and the winning trades gave me 9% in profit. So 9 minus 7 is 2, so that's equals 1% in week average, right? So still, I can lose 7 out of 10 trades and still come out profitable. It all comes down to your risk, and that's actually what the challenge is also teaching me: to be more patient, to be more disciplined, to not let my emotions control my trading, because this has happened to me more than once now already over the course of the time I've been, logging my trades or keeping a journal. I got some other sheets over here, so yeah. Wow, I was on a roll here. look at the winning trades. Damn, I still lost the FTMO free trial, I think, but okay. Anyway, a lot of winning trades here. So this is just the temporary slope, I think. Look at all the reds. Okay, so, uh, but yeah, this has happened to me more than once. I've had 10 trades and I've lost 7 of them and still come out profitable for the week or for the period or whatever. And let's go over the trades. What am I blabbering here about? So Euro USD, this was initially what I was looking at. Can't see shit from here, but I got another screenshot over here. So price was at kind of a key zone or a zone of support, right? And I saw a tweezer bottom with an engulfing candle here. So that was initially my initiative to buy. Essentially, that was my reason. And price actually went into profit, then hit my stop loss, and then after it went up straight up. So lesson from here is that my stop was probably too tight. That was a trade over here. God damn. God damn. See that? So this was the tweezer bottom here. My stop was over here somewhere. So it fell a few pips below my stop loss just to go straight into profit. My target was over here, but yeah, still. So this would have been still been 5 units in profit. Okay, 3. In all fairness, 3.5. Anyway, got the direction right though. There are times when you enter a trade like this, you place your stop loss just below the tweezers, and it just shoots up 0 drawdown. Then there are other trades that fail a little bit under the stop loss and then go back into profit. Of course, there are trades that just boom, just hit your stop loss and then continues to drop. But that was that. That was the Euro USD trade. Euro JPY. Euro JPY was a break and retest. There was no tweezer bottom here, so that's why I don't have a second entry image, because that image speaks for itself. Resistance, 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 resistance. Broke the resistance, came back, just tested that support, ended up shooting up pretty nicely, but I panicked a bit, closed early. This would have been a lot more in profit right now, and still arguable maybe it would have hit my break-even stop, so I would have gotten nothing out of this trade. You never know. Anyway, it was a small win, so anyway, got the direction right again. Yeah. So gold was a reversal trade. So this was initially what I was looking at. This was the reason. I put this zone over here, so price has interacted with this line more than once. Support, 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 support. Fell a little bit past, was some small leakage, but then shot back up. And then I don't think I still have. The tweezer indicator is gonna expire soon. I've yet to buy the full version, the full license of it. Okay. Hold on. some reason. GBP CAD H1. Keeping all these charts open because I want to get the notifications for tweezer tops and tweezer bottoms, in case anyone's wondering. Oh. Okay, cool. I didn't know you can do that. Okay. That's... Where did it come from? Dang. Okay. Anyway, I want to find the window that's active. Yeah, I know you guys must be bored, or already. I don't blame you. So, a lot of tweezer bottoms here, right? Like 3 of them that the indicator caught. But I was looking at this one over here, because that was the clearest one to me. So I put my stop loss right below this tweezer bottom, and started going up at some point. And when price made this, made this move down, then I closed because I didn't want to get stopped out. And that was the reasons behind all this, behind this trade. GBP NZD. This was a small mistake I made, because when you look at GBP NZD, price was over here, made a beautiful tweezer top with a bearish engulfing over here, right? But it was right between those two zones over here. So in my experience, what I've seen, if the two extremes high are that close, there are 2 scenarios that this can play out. It can shoot right straight down from here, because that's what happened with GBP CAD over here. If you look at this here, you could not ask for a more textbook tweezer top with a bearish engulfing. I chose not to enter this trade because exactly the same reasons, because I thought this is gonna shoot up over here. It didn't, it just shot down. So this was eventually the same thing. Two extreme highs at pretty small what's the words I'm looking for? They're not that too far apart. So I thought it might shoot down, because I didn't take the GBP CAD trade last week, so I thought I might take this trade this week. And partly because GBP AUD was dropping, so GBP NZD and GBP AUD are more correlated, because they're the 2 countries are right next to each other. I mean New Zealand and Australia. But at the same time, GU and GJ were rallying up, and yeah, this should have been a signal to me that it's probably gonna, reach the higher extreme high, because the direction was right though. You can argue that I entered too early or that my stop loss was too tight, whichever you want to call it. It was a losing trade either way. So that's that. And the CHF JPY. I'm really proud of this trade because I got one right eventually. If you're persistent, you keep trading your plan, you're eventually gonna, catch one. This should not be a stop out because it didn't trigger. So that was the reasons behind. I wouldn't call this a break and retest. The break and retest would have been somewhere, if you traded somewhere from here. This, in my opinion, is a reversal trade because we're stuck in a kind of a range. So this is a pretty clear support level, in my opinion, over here. And there was a beautiful textbook tweeted bottom with a bullish engulfing candle that I trade. I took this trade over here, placed my stop loss right, a little bit under the tweezers. And another thing I noticed after I placed the trade that gave me a little bit confirmation that it's probably gonna go in the direction that I want, because when you look at the height, you can see it from the H1, but from the H4 it's even more clear. This is a W. It's forming a W. So then another thing I've started, why I'm looking at my charts from TradingView, is because the patterns are more clear to me on TradingView, because when I zoom out, the chart condenses a bit, and it's really convenient to look at your charts on TradingView. And I'm actually thinking about making a account with Capital.com, because I can hook up my brokerage to TradingView and trade straight from TradingView. The only downside is I don't know if I have to have a paid plan in order to trade from here. I don't know. But eventually the plan is to get a paid plan, because I'm planning on buying the tweezer indicator for TradingView, which costs 300 euros, and get the unlimited notifications. But in order to get the unlimited notifications, you have to have the highest paid plan, which costs 600 a year. But that's far into the future. Hopefully not too far, but yeah, not in the next 2 months. So, and according to Justin Miller's teachings, the forex market, or any financial market, consists of W's and M's. So M is a reversal pattern from the top, and W is a reversal pattern from below. And this is a pretty clear W, right? Same thing happened on GJ last week, when Justin Miller traded this buy over here. I was in a sell position over here, which obviously I lost. But had I seen this from now, had I seen this now, this is a beautiful W. You know, when you see this kind of a pattern and prices over here, it's more it's it's probable that, you know, price is gonna make the third or fourth leg or whatever you want to call it to end the, so 1 2 3 1, 2, the fourth leg or the second leg or whatever to complete the pattern. So there are a lot of W's and M's I'm starting to see right now already. This was, so yeah, that was that CHF JPY trade that hit the target. So yeah, boom, hit the take profit, you know, straight up. I like this trade a lot. A lot. Imagine I've risked 1% on this trade. I would have made 6%. And imagine if I would have had the 100k FTMO account and I would have risked 1,000 on this trade, I would have made 6,000. That's half of my year's pay in one trade, basically. And in one day, 20th. Okay, 2 days. Let's call it 2 days. Damn, I'm starting to like Forex a lot. So a couple of trades I missed because I was only able to take 5 trades a week, and I didn't want to take trades, you know, based on hunches, or not based on hunches, but I didn't want to waste my I didn't want to use all of my trades in the beginning of the week, because, you know, the end of the week usually gives a lot of opportunity. This one was right here. I saw this tweezer. Where was it? No, here. Yeah. See this? Tweezer bottom with a bullish engulfing candle. This is my entry, you know, this is my entry candlestick pattern that I'm looking for at key zones of resistance, support and resistance. And when you look at this, when you look at the chart, there's an obvious zone of support here, right? It's not that clear because there are some leakage over here, but still, this is a clear zone of support and resistance. You know, resistance in the past, support in the newer past, and this gave me an entry over here. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't enter. Mainly because usually I'm looking the tweezer tops and bottoms at, you know, extreme highs and extreme lows, you know, like here or here. But recently I've started to notice that I can get an entry from zones like this, because this is a key zone over here. Support, resistance, 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 support, 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 support. Now gave me an entry to buy, you know, for a price reversal. And yeah, I saw it over here. I don't know the stop loss. I don't know if I would have put, yeah, probably I would have, you know, placed my stop loss over here, but I like my stop losses tight for an optimal risk reward. So in the future, I might, start to place my stop losses. I don't know if in the future I would have not have placed it there. I would have placed it there because, anyway, depends on the situation. I don't know. Anyway, this was the one trade I noticed and I didn't take, and it would have worked out, perfectly. Another trade I saw, I was on the 30-minute. This one right here. Tweezer top with a bearish engulfing candle over here. I saw this at midnight, so at that time, there's the session changing or something like that. I think, I don't know which session is gonna change. Anyway, I know that at midnight my time there's a session changing, and the spreads get really high, and that was no time to enter. But had I seen this the next morning when I went to work and got an entry over here, that would have been perfect, because it would have worked out exactly like I would have wanted it to, because there was a tweezer top with a bearish engulfing candle at extreme high, at extreme resistance zone. And that would have been a great trade, buy here, boom, take profit hit, sell here, boom, take profit hit. And same story with CAT JPY, prices at extreme high. I got an entry over here somewhere. Here would have been a good entry. But I think this was on the 4 hour. Yeah, this was on the 4 hour. Anyway, and when you look at the chart, what do you see? Boom, 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 boom. It's an M, right? So I'm starting to see chart patterns more and more clear. Another trades I missed on the GBP pairs. So I didn't take this trade because the zone was not that clear to me, but mainly because there's some big ass leakage over here. But beautiful tweezer bottom with a bullish engulfing candle. Basically zero drawdown. If you would have entered on 30-minute, you would have even gotten a better entry. Zero drawdown, this trade would have worked out nice. And the same setup on GJ. This is a trade I should have taken, because there's no clearly defined level right next to this level over here. This is like way down here. So if price is gonna reverse, it's gonna do it over here, or it's gonna drop. So, and there's a tweezer bottom with a bullish engulfing candle on the 30-minute. Beautiful entry. This would have been a beautiful trade. But I'll be smarter next time in the future. And USD CAD, man, this pair, I don't know. USD CAD would have respected my trading strategies really nicely these past 2 weeks, because when you're a break and retest trader, like I sometimes am, this was a pretty clear downtrend, right? So price started falling back into trend over here. Actually, Momo called it out. That's why I saw these trades. So this would have been a nice trade over here. The second entry would have been somewhere over here. So these would have been two trades you could have taken. And another one, a reversal trade, would have been over here. There's some leakage over here, price, swooped past, and then you can call this a stop hunt, maybe, to get to grab some more liquidity. But anyway, I think it's on the 30-minute or on the 4-hour. Probably on the 30-minute. Yep. Tweezer top with a bearish engulfing candle. Textbook, in my opinion, in my strategy. Would have hit my take profit like straight down, and then price started doing some weird shit over here, but eventually made a decent enough tweezer bottom with a bullish engulfing candle on the 1 hour, and that's also a John Wick setup. Justin Miller's trading strategies include John Wick setup. That means two big fat wicks right next to each other in a key level upper zone or resistance, support or resistance. So this was a John Wick setup with a tweezer bottom with a bullish engulfing candle, and again, this would have already been in 1 to 7, and coincidentally, when you look at price from higher time frames, this is a W. A little bit twisted, but still pretty decent W. So if I'm looking at the charts every day, I'm starting to see these patterns, and it's starting to get more clear and more clear. And I got 2 weeks left of my trading challenge, where I can only take 5 trades a week with Mathematical Lab. 2 weeks left, and I'm hoping to learn a lot more from these 2 weeks. I think that's it for this video. I'm not gonna do a weekly outlook because there's nothing to outlook, because pretty much I think, because I'll make a weekly outlook maybe next time, maybe when the challenge over, or I don't know. Anyway, my trading strategies are real simple: breaks and retest of clear horizontal levels during trends, and reversal strategy from key levels of zone support and resistance zones with an indication of tweezer top or tweezer bottom with an engulfing candle. But that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next week's video. If you got any value out of this, you're more than welcome to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm not here to teach you anything, not yet anyways, because I'm still learning myself. I'm just documenting my journey, saying stuff that I learned, and talking about stuff that I learned, and talking stuff that I've noticed and I'm improving and I'm doing and whatnot. So I am going to be a full-time Forex trader, a successful Forex trader at some point in the future. And one ambition I got is that I don't know if many of you know, but I got two children, two small boys, 2 year and a 2 year and a 4 year old and a 2 year old. And when I'm looking around uh, over at YouTube at the trading videos and stuff like that, all not all, but I haven't seen someone like me, like a father of two who's working a full-time job, uh, working a part-time part-time food deliveries to make extra money to pay off debt and buy stuff around the house, and do these kind of videos during nighttime because it's almost 12, and to look at charts and try to be a full-time forex trader and finally become one. That's gonna be me. That's one of my ambitions, because if I can do it, then any other father out there can do it. And I want to be the role, not the role model, not that's not the right word I'm looking for. I want to be an example that it's doable. It takes work, it takes the dedication, but it's doable. And I want to be that example. So that's one of my ambitions. That's one of my reasons also why I'm working on this. Yeah, and on that bombshell, it's time to end. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.